Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome to an update video on our little creation I made, I'd say. So this is me going more in depth of Animal Crossing Extreme Mode. Animal Crossing New Horizons Extreme Mode. For if you choose to play it. I'll leave the link to both the rules to the extreme mode and the daily checklist in the description, and I'll leave my Discord server link down in the description below. So yeah, it's like extreme mode. There's like a lot of rules. I was inspired to make this because of hard mode, but I made it harder, hence the name extreme mode. That means Pat, aka Nintentalk, won't be able to frick around and make it hard. His mode harder. I made it 10 times harder. Yeah. I got rules like you must spend a combined total of 10,000 bells a day. In depth, that's like, I don't care how much you spend at each store, it's just gotta add up to a total of 10,000. So let's say you spend 2,500 at Nook's Cranny and 7,500 at Able Sisters. That's okay. It doesn't matter how much you spend at each store. You just gotta make it add up to a total of 10,000 bells. And then you are only limited to 10 donations at the museum each day. No higher. You can go a little lower, but you're limited to 10 donations. That's it. You are not allowed to time travel, aka change your Nintendo Switch's time and date to a different day. You must collect all of your villagers' photos and posters. Also, if a villager has a thought bubble, you must talk to them. And if they ask to move out, you must let them move out, no matter what. You are required to complete all of your villagers' favors, whether that is to catch a fish, dig up a gyroid, give them something that you got in your inventory. It doesn't matter if it's your favorite thing. You still gotta give it to them. You are not allowed to have any fruit trees whatsoever. Listen, I get that you start off with a native fruit, but once you get your first axe, not a flimsy axe or a stone axe, because they do nothing, you gotta chop down all the fruit trees, okay? You're only allowed to have hardwood trees and cedar saplings. That's what makes it a lot difficult. You are required to wear custom designs as both clothing and face paint. You also have to make it. Like, you have to customize it. You know, it's like an add-on to that rule. You have to use the custom design you wear as the path for your island. So let's say you wear, like, oh, and also as a flag. So let's say you wear a design that you really think is cool. You have to make it your path and flag. No ands, ifs, or buts. Absolutely no trading with Amazon. Or not Amazon, Nookazon. You're not allowed to use Nookazon to trade with other players. Okay? We good? We good. If a villager comes to your campsite, you are forced to invite them. It doesn't matter if it's a villager you absolutely hate, you still have to invite them. You can't skip school because you hate it. So, same applies to the villager in your campsite. You get no rerolls. Just like how you get no rerolls in life. You get no rerolls in your new extreme mode island. If you get a villager you really hate, you get a villager you really hate. You're stuck with it. You are limited up to 3 visitors on Flea Market Sunday. So basically, that means 3 online players. No more than 3. If you go higher than 3, you're breaking the rule. You are not allowed to choose where your starting villagers can live. You gotta let them choose it. Okay, rule 15. I feel this one is important. You are not allowed to fake the hemisphere you live in when choosing your island hemisphere. Pick the one you actually live on. So like for me, I live in the northern hemisphere. So if you live in the southern hemisphere, you easily pick southern hemisphere. You must plant at least 1 flower and tree each day. No ands, ifs, or buts. Okay? It's good for the environment. You want to help your island get 5 stars. You must buy at least 1 thing from all visiting NPCs throughout the week. So like if Leaf visits, you must buy a flower or like a shrub from his market or from his sale. Or if, let's say, Sahara visits, you must buy 1 carpet or 1 rug or 1 wallpaper. It's completely up to you, whatever you buy from their stocks, but like, you have to buy at least 1 thing from their stocks. Next rule. You must let autofill and campsite villagers fill all other vacant spots. So there's this thing called autofill where like it's actually called a move-in queue where like there are villagers that move in randomly and the campsite villagers is also an exception. You must write on your bulletin board saying that you are playing extreme mode. Okay, rule 20. You are not allowed to mod your Nintendo Switch to make it look like your island's better than everyone else's. Okay? No modding. That's bad. daily rules. It applies to each day you play. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, just like, yeah, and here's the daily checklist. You gotta do 3 group stretching, at least 1 bug, fish, and sea creature caught. And you gotta talk to all NPCs, at least 1 flower planted, at least 1 tree planted, at least 1 cup of coffee, a combined total of 10,000 bells spent at both Nook's Cranny and Abel's Sisters. Again, doesn't matter how much you spend at the stores, it just has to add up to 10,000. At least 1 dream island visited. You must update your island's dream daily, okay? You gotta water all crops, because you don't want those musty, dusty, crusty plant crops. Those vegetables looking all musty, crusty, dry, dusty, you know? You must attend a KK Slider concert. That's if he's on your island. He visits your island every Saturday. If your island has 3 stars, you must have evacuated all daily fossils, all 4 of them. And you must donate to the museum daily, 10 items at the maximum. And that's the daily checklist.